Coming up on ATV News, Utah State's tennis coach of 20 years was fired. We tried to get some answers. The goal was $400 million. We'll show you how much the Utah State campaign actually pulled in.
Snow and showers on the way.
It won't affect your hockey games, but what about football?
ATV weather and sports coming up.
And a group of students are filling their stomachs without emptying their wallets. All that and more on this week's ATV News.
Welcome to ATV News. I'm Brianna Bodley.
And I'm Kelsey Keller. USU tennis head coach Christian Wright was fired last week.
Caesar Abbott shows you how it may have been a single violation that ended a 20-year career.
We're just looking for the best candidates wherever we can find them.
This was USU tennis head coach Christian Wright earlier this semester at an interview with one of ATV News reporters. But what he didn't know was that a month after that, he would be getting what could probably be the worst news of his career. Utah State Director of Athletics Scott Barnes, as seen here in a press conference earlier this year, announced last Tuesday of the termination of Christian Wright as men's and women's tennis head coach. Wright has been part of Utah State since his hiring in 1992. Assistant coach Brian Marchand and former assistant Lucas Bouton will take over as interim head coaches until the end of the season. On a letter to the editor for the Utah Statesman yesterday, a local reader posted, "I was shocked and saddened to see that longtime tennis coach Christian Wright had been terminated as the USU tennis coach. Of all the coaches I've known, Wright would rank up there at the top of the list in terms of not just his coaching ability, but his qualities as a human being and high moral character." The USU Athletics Department hasn't released yet the exact motive of why Wright got terminated, but officials say that among the NCAA violations was giving private lessons to what the university considers prospective recruits. This, according to the Utah Statesman. We tried to get in contact with Barnes, but the attempts were unsuccessful. Caesar Abbott, ATV News.
While the tennis team is now with interim head coaches, the athletics department will start looking for a successor in the spring.
A world record was made on Sunday by Felix Baumgartner, who broke 3 world records for his jump from space. He became the first skydiver to go faster than the speed of sound, reaching a maximum speed of 833.9 miles per hour. He traveled 24 miles above the Earth in a capsule raised by a balloon. The 43-year-old broke the record for the highest free fall ever. He fell for a total of 4 minutes and 20 seconds, with the air pressure being less than 2%. Felix had to wear a pressurized suit in order to survive. Although this might just look like another one of Felix's stunts, his team stressed its high scientific relevance. No one had attempted this since the last record was set in 1960 from a height of 19 miles above the Earth.
After 9 years of campaigning and countless donors, USU makes a big announcement that gives you a reason to celebrate.
USU certainly does have a lot to celebrate after the big announcement Friday night.
Tonight we'll announce a number that is substantially higher than the $400 million goal.
Donors and USU faculty came to the TSC Ballroom for the close of USU's campaign.
This campaign is just one example of the continuation of that great culture that we call Utah State University.
With that was the announcement of the amount collected throughout the campaign.
Thank you from the bottoms of our hearts, from the depths of our souls, for helping us reach this remarkable campaign number.
It certainly is a big number, but what does it really mean? So here we have a bunch of pennies. If I was to count 512 million pennies, it would take over 16 years to count them all. The donors said that they felt that their money was going to be well spent.
When President Albrecht started this campaign several years ago, Carol and myself, we were both proud to jump in and be part of the campaign.
It took so long for someone to have the courage to start a capital campaign, and that individual was Stan Albrecht.
Albrecht says that as far as milestones go, this one is one of the biggest.
In many ways, while there have been a lot of great things happen in that 124 years, this has to be one of the greatest.
Emily Landine, ATV News.
More than 53,000 donors contributed to the campaign. Albrecht says there will be more campaigns in the future.
A few weeks ago, we told you about Logan residents who are angry about the canal reconstruction, tearing up your yards, your trees, and your houses. I spoke with a group of citizens who decided to take a stand, and now the city is looking at a lawsuit.
If the rule of law means anything in the state of Utah and in Cache County and in Logan City, then they will give us an injunction on this project.
They don't need to do it at all.
Construction continues along the canal in Logan as controversy plows alongside.
I think what we've been doing is working together and partnering and coming to compromises on both ends to make something that works well for everybody.
That was September. Now over 60 residents have filed a lawsuit against Cache County, the city of Logan, the canal companies involved, and other organizations connected to the reconstruction. The tractors are all shut down for the day, and if Jack Keller and his group have anything to say about it, they're not going to be turning on again for quite some time.
They're working without permits, they're working without ownership of the land, and they're doing it all in violation of their contract.
And now, pipeline advocates won't talk to us. Plaintiffs of the lawsuit say their biggest claim in this suit regards how and where the money for this project came from.
The federal government is paying 75% of the cost, and the 25% has to come from local sources. And so the local sources go to the state, which has a subsidized construction fund for 0 interest in 25 years.
First, he said the county had to prove it owned the land the canal sat on before it could receive any of the loan.
And they have completely ignored that requirement, and they've pretty much bullied people into believing that they can do whatever they want within their easement. This is not a local government policy this is state law.
Construction continues today.
Coming up next, Joe Biden, Paul Ryan, and moderator Martha Radis. We'll tell you who ran the show.
And an Aggie swims into the books. We'll show you what record she broke.
The Copy Center on the first floor of the TSC is open Monday through Friday, 7 to 6 for all your document needs. Let the trained staff help you print important documents. Services include binding, color copies, custom gifts from your favorite photos, and last-minute items like pencils, report covers, and especially Scantrons. The Copy Center. We're here to help.
Come to the third floor of the TSC to the Sky Room restaurant and experience good food for a great price, such as all-you-can-eat soup and rolls for $3.50 or a full buffet for $9.45. Enjoy custom soft drinks and the sounds of live music as you sit back and relax in the friendly environment. The Sky Room, open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
After what some analysts are calling a poor performance by President Obama in the first presidential debate, Vice President Biden went into the vice presidential debate with something to prove. Biden and Republican Congressman Paul Ryan faced each other with Martha Radis moderating. Radis started out the debate with a somber question about the recent terrorist attack in Libya. The debate covered everything from Medicare to the current wars in the Middle East. According to analysts, Biden was on the attack quick, hoping to rebuild the image of the Obama-Biden ticket after the first presidential debate. And both political parties say they were impressed by Biden's performance.
Vice President Biden was a better spokesman than Obama was for their ticket. And Congressman Ryan was a little bit more emotional than kind of what people expected him to be as well.
Well, I think one interesting thing about the VP debate is that it came in the aftermath of a rather challenging presidential debate. For President Obama, Mitt Romney did better than had been expected. And so I think one thing that Vice President Biden was trying to do in the course of the debate was to show that Democrats still have the energy, they still have the emotion, they have the passion not only to win the election, but to carry through another term of successful policies.
The final presidential debate will be held on the 22nd of October.
A student from USU now holds the title as the first Utah woman to swim across the English Channel. We had the chance to sit down and relive the experience with her.
Everyone had told me that you're only good if you break records and stuff, so I decided, well, they say the English Channel is a kind of hard thing to do, so maybe I'll just try that and see how it goes.
And it seems it went pretty well, because now Joelle Beard holds the title of the first Utah woman to swim the English Channel. After years of dedicated training and overcoming injuries, she finally met her goal. The English Channel is a grueling swim of 23.5 miles, which is about 1,531 lengths of this pool that you see behind me. Oftentimes, swimmers also tack on 10 to 15 extra miles due to the tides and currents of the open water.
I started at 2:40 in the morning, and so as I jumped in the water, it was pitch black, and I got a big wave of salt water go over my face right as I jumped in, and I almost gave up right then. So I guess during the training I didn't almost give up, but when I first jumped in, I thought, what am I doing? I can't do this. This is stupid. And I almost told them to pull me out, and then the guy in the little dinghy right next to me told me, he's like, it's okay, you'll be fine, just take a breath, calm down. And kind of calm me down, and then I was fine once I actually started swimming.
Beard finished in 12 hours and 17 minutes, below the average time of 13 hours and 47 minutes.
They have you climb out on the rocks because you have to finish on the shore, so I climbed out and put my hands up like for victory, and just kind of like a woohoo, I did it type thing. And
Beard says she plans to graduate with a degree in English teaching and coaching. She hopes to continue her love of swimming by coaching it.
A group of students here at Utah State are changing the way they get their meals. And as Kelton Wells found out, they want other people to join them.
I remember that was the first time I met you.
While McKenna Drew and Katie Swain were already friends, they weren't yet freegans. But that all changed when they realized they had a brilliant idea.
So I have this friend at BYU, and she would just go, for her first while, she would just go on all these dates and kind of mooch off guys and get free food. And so we just kind of took that idea and just thought, you know what, maybe we can't get dates all the time, but we can get free food on campus.
I told the story to like a couple friends, and they were like, Katie, I think this could be a big deal. Like, that could be the next big thing on campus. Like, people love free food.
Swain says that the key to making freeganism work is sneaking into an event that is going on, grabbing the goods, and then sitting back and enjoying the show.
We would say it's not that they don't care, it's that they don't know. Because we would sometimes just like slide into little group meetings, like, kind of fake being the engineering major for a minute.
Now that the freegans have a larger following, they have modified the way they do things.
As the group gets bigger, I feel like I have to be more selective on what free food things I promote, just because, you have to be sensitive to, the group's budget and the fact that they are providing free food for us. But me and McKenna will still hit up pretty much anything together, just keep it a little under wraps and show up to anything we feel like.
I know sometimes as a college student, free food is exactly what I need. Thanks, Kelton.
When we come back, Katrina Warburton will have your weather forecast.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
So, are you going out tonight? I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work. That's so gay.
Totally, guys. Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia.
Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia?
Well, you know, when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone.
Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Well, Katrina, I was out there just a few minutes ago and I've noticed it's getting pretty cold outside.
It has. It's a little bit colder, but if you take a look outside, the skies are a little bit more clear. It's a nice sunny day, but a little bit colder with temperatures in the 40s, along with the northwest wind blowing through. Let's go ahead and we can take a look at our air quality. For the U.S., we have air quality between 30 and 60 parts per billion in the ozone. If we go in on Utah right here, we have in the Salt Lake area about 55, and then in Logan we have a 52 parts per billion in the ozone. If we move on, we can go to our satellite. You can see we're going to have a little bit of cooler weather going along, but it's going to be clear. And then we also have some storms coming down, and it could hit us this weekend. Let's go ahead and look at our forecast. For today, it's going to be in the 40s for our high, and then on the low part, it'll be in the 28s. It's going to be partly cloudy, but mostly sunny. It'll keep going a little bit warmer, and then on Friday, it'll hit us with our warmest part at 54, and then our low of 42. On Saturday, we could have storms and possibly snow. And then on Sunday, it could also get snow, but not quite as likely, with a high of 47 and a low of 39. That's it for your ATV weather. We'll be up with sports with Meredith next.
Hey, man, what's up? Man, I just got out the club. I'm with two beautiful girls. We're drunk, man. We're so drunk. You got a ride home, or are you driving? Yeah. I'm gonna push the Cavalier into gear. Push the Cavalier into gear! Yeah! Oh, no, man, don't drive. I'm on my way. Don't worry, I'll be there in a sec.
Your hearing is important. Take care of your ears. The USU Speech, Language, and Hearing Center offers a full audiometric evaluation. A hearing test for students costs just $15 and is also open to the general public. Custom earphones and plugs can also be made along with a full examination of the overall health of your ears. Hearing. It's a precious thing.
What's up, Aggies? Let's talk sports. Utah State football set a school record 13 sacks in their win against San Jose State University. The Aggies' defensive outpouring ranks them third in the nation in sacks per game. The WAC opener saw Kerwin Williams scoring 3 rushing touchdowns to lead the Aggies to a 49-27 win over the Spartans. The Aggies halted the Spartans' 4-game winning streak with the beating. They are home this weekend playing against New Mexico. A win would make them bowl eligible for the 2nd year in a row. USU's volleyball team has had 2 games in the last week, and the matchups came with a lot of ups and downs. Katrina Warburton has more on their roller coaster weekend.
It was a huge win on Saturday when the Aggies dominated San Jose State in volleyball with a 3-game sweep. It was the first ever 5-match Western Athletic Conference win streak for the Aggies.
Obviously, the WAC champs is a big goal, but if we just take it one game at a time and focus on that game, then we can keep getting closer.
With Paige Neves setting 33 assists, outside hitter Rachel Orr led the Aggies with 12 kills, Shea Sorensen with 8, and Ellie Brainerd with 7.
It's important for us to be enthusiastic about, when we get a point, and it's a big deal.
For defense, libero Ashlyn Rogers led with 14 digs, and the team registered 15.5 total blocks for the match.
So we focused on this match. That was our emphasis, and that was it. Just concentrate on one match at a time.
With their momentum up from their 3-game win on Saturday, the Aggies went into their next match looking to play hard, keep their energy up, and finish strong. And although they came out fired up, the Aggies couldn't keep their momentum and lost in 3 against the UTSA Roadrunners.
That was a bummer. They sided out really well and we didn't. They were able to put some runs together and we couldn't answer that. They were up the whole time and we were up and down, and so it just kind of seemed a little frantic.
Underestimated their willingness to want this match more than us. Those were a lot of us that I do want to be more.
The volleyball team is on the road in Idaho and Washington this week. Coach Dubose says they will have to make sure they are well prepared in order to beat those two teams. The Jazz are sitting pretty after getting a big win over Kobe and the Lakers on the road, and their preseason game is looking fierce. Here's former Clipper Randy Foye going for a quick bucket. He misses, but Favors gets the rebound, the bucket, and the foul. He would finish the game with 8 points and 4 rebounds. The Lakers driving, but DeMarre Carroll gets the steal, goes the other way and gives it up to Alex Burks, up, and it goes in. The next play now, Foye gets a steal and goes all the way back to score 2 easy points. The Jazz win 99-86, and they say they're improving quickly.
I'm along a lot faster than I expect. You know, by Mo being here before and understanding the system. You know, right now, always, anybody who plays in Utah Jazz 4 times a year, you know their offense because, they're going to drill you with it.
I mean, I thought tonight, especially in the beginning of the ball game, although we turned the ball over a few times, I thought that's the kind of tempo we want to create right from the beginning.
Play the LA Clippers tonight at 7. There is no more important weekend for Aggie hockey than this one. The Skaters take to the ice Thursday night against Arizona State University. This budding rivalry was furthered last season when the Sun Devils handed the Aggies their only loss of the regular season. USU is led by freshman forward Chris Vedito, who has scored 7 goals in the Aggies' 6 wins. Well, that's it for ATV Sports. We'll be right back with more ATV news.
The Copy Center on the first floor of the TSC is open Monday through Friday, 7 to 6 for all your document needs. Let the trained staff help you print important documents. Services include binding, color copies, custom gifts from your favorite photos, and last-minute items like pencils, report covers, and especially Scantrons. The Copy Center. We're here to help.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
You see them on campus, in parks, sometimes even over bodies of water, walking on a narrow strip of webbing. So what is it that makes the sport of slacklining so addictive? Steve Crass is outside right now trying it out for himself. How's it going, Steve?
Hey Kelsey, this sport is actually quite a bit harder than it looks. As you can see, I'm doing okay now. Well, okay, that's all I got. But it's actually a really fun hobby for college students, and I talked to a few of them who say they just absolutely love it.
A lot of the people who do it are younger people, outdoorsy people. A lot of my friends who are climbers do it because it's interesting the way it incorporates technique and core strength, which you wouldn't think about, but it does. I don't have a lot of practice, but with the amount that I do have, I have gone across once or twice.
It's hard, which it makes it like a challenge, which is fun. It's also just really different, which is really, I mean, who slacklines? Who puts up a rope in between 2 trees and tries to get across it?
It's just kind of fun. It's a nice physical activity to do. Helps me work on my balance and stuff like that. I've seen better people, but I mean, I can make it across sometimes when I feel like it.
It's just kind of really relaxing. Like I like it because you have like a clear-cut goal. You just want to get across, and there's obviously challenges to it that present themselves, and it's kind of nice to, the feeling that you get while you're on there is relaxing, and once you get across it, it's super relaxing because you feel awesome.
The first time I slacklined, I was like 15 or 16, and I did it with I think I did it with a church group, and I thought it was super cool.
Everyone's just kind of relaxed. We're all just kind of joke around, mess around, just do whatever. So I think it's a nice chill atmosphere.
All right, and this piece of webbing that I'm sitting on is actually super durable if you take care of it well enough. It's able to last up to 5 years. And you can find it anywhere in any local hardware store. Thanks.
Wow, thanks, Steve. And the origins of slacklining trace back to 1983, when 2 rock climbers began trying to walk across a chain.
The poetry and beverage event gives you a chance to showcase your creative side. Loren Brewer shows you how.
Blood draining.
Performing in front of hundreds of people gives most people butterflies, but last Saturday in the Sunburst Lounge of the Tigard Student Center, Utah State University students put fear aside and expressed themselves in poems and music. According to event organizers, the monthly event, Poetry in the Beverage, isn't just about free beverages.
People can express themselves, and so I guess that's the reason why it's put on.
But expressing yourself in front of people can be scary, especially when
400 cups have been ordered for tonight, and event organizers say even that may not be enough.
And it wasn't hard to see how almost all of those cups were going to be used.
Before I started, I was pretty nervous. I had jitters and stuff, but as soon as I got up there, it was fine because I couldn't see the crowd.
Songs and screams can say how bad I want to sing.
Though many students were nervous on the stage, most left it with a different feeling.
For me, it builds confidence a lot. So.
And because of that, it isn't hard to see why the Poetry in the Bev is such a popular event on USU campus. Loren Brewer, ATV News.
If you missed this Poetry and a Beverage night, don't worry. Check it out next month. So fall break's coming up. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to San Francisco.
Oh, fun.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So what about you guys?
Well, I got sports. I got sports covered this week. We got 2 hockey games and a football game on Saturday.
I'm excited for that football game.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun.
There's also actually a soccer game too on tomorrow. Actually, yeah. So.
Well, hopefully it doesn't snow on the football players.
Right,
yeah, that's true. Gotta be careful of that.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to break and we'll have more right after this.
All your cares are over. Not so fast there, pupil. You still need to decide on a career.
Don't worry about that, announcer guy. Come on into the Career Center, located in the University Inn, and discuss your goals and concerns with advisors who are here to help you get into the fields that you're interested in. There are many resources, including counseling, a career coach, publications, professional interviews, and much more to help you get that job. The Career Center, 797-777.
Stop paying those expensive citations. Stop putting quarters in the meters and always running out of time. Stop having to pay for parking by the hour. Instead, visit the Transportation and Parking Office and buy a parking permit. Then you can go on to Happy Parking.
Welcome back, Aggies. We were just talking about our Halloween costumes. It's coming up pretty quick. I hope you all have one.
I don't have mine yet, but I'm so excited to go to all the corn mazes and all the other Halloween stuff. There's all kinds of harvest festivals and things like that. I can't wait.
Yeah. Love Halloween.
Yeah, I think the golf course is doing some kind of little walk that you can do as well, so that'd be fun to check out.
We'll have to find some new costumes too, though, because we got our Halloween show coming up, and we're all gonna have to dress up for that.
Definitely.
That's true. I'm excited for that one. It'll be a good time.
It's gonna be fun.
And you know what? I think I'm most excited for the scary movies. I mean, you have pretty good
that's
scary movies.
Yeah, but then you also have all the Disney movies like Halloween Town and all those fun movies that like
classics.
Yes, the classics. You gotta have those.
Absolutely.
Well, from all of us here at ATV News, thanks for watching.
See you next time.